Page 10, Grandpa's Clock. In this lesson, they're introducing you to what's known as an incomplete measure. It has other names, pickup measure, upbeats on some cases. I don't like upbeats, but some people, or anacrusis if you want to get really technical. The point is, according to the time signature, every measure has to have a certain number of counts. And if you look at the beginning of this, it's got one quarter note in the first measure. Well, that's not 4, so it's an incomplete measure. Because when we start a piece of music, we don't always want to start on beat 1. Sometimes we want to start on some other beat. This is how they do it. It's one way of doing it. But if you look at the last measure at the bottom, you see it has 3 counts in it. That's the rest of the measure. They take the last measure of the piece, basically, usually, and for now they do, and they split it. And they take the end of that measure and they put it at the beginning. So we're coming in on beat 4. And the first measure then is considered to be the first full measure. Measure 1 would be the first full measure. So it's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where the natural accent I've been talking about in the last couple of lessons really earns its money, because it has to sound like to here. Because otherwise the people listening will think the first note you played is beat 1. They'll think you started on beat 1. But if you put the accent on the second note, you accent the first beat of each of these measures, then they can tell what it is. So let's go through this. This is starting to look a little ugly, but we'll just get into it and see what we got here. I look it over, I see it's 4 lines long. Treble bass clef, 4/4 time signature. We do have a pickup measure. I see a bunch of quarter notes all over everywhere. Bunch of staccatos. We can deal with all that, I hope. The hands are playing at the same time, so I'm going to do it one hand at a time. Right hand, you start little finger here. That puts you in C position. That's 4, 1. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Get the idea? Okay, let's go down to the last line now. It's because you got some rests mixed in here. So the last line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and you're done. So once you're comfortable, sort of, with the right hand, now try the left hand. Well, in the second line where it comes in, you have a 1 and a 3 and a 1. It's an E and a G here, so that's you're in C position, and it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an F and a G, E and a G, D and a G. So only the bottom note changed. The top note didn't. Okay, let's go down to the last line. Yeah, that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You're not playing on beat 1 on those measures. So then we put the hands together and see what happens. I'm going to start at the second line because that's when they're playing together. The first line is just right hand. So here, second line, it's here. 1, 2, and then here, these are together, these together, and these are together. Next line is here, and then it's here. These are together, these are together, these are together. Okay, the last line, we're here, here, and then here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So just one hand at a time there. Then once I have an idea what the hands are and what it feels like to play them together, then I go back over the hard parts and I work those out, get rid of the hesitations. Then I go through the whole thing however many times and get rid of all the hesitations so it's a steady beat at a nice slow tempo. And once I've done that, then I'll think about the articulation. Now here it's all staccatos. I'm hinging at the wrist here, bouncing off the keys. Like a tick-tock of a clock, yeah. Now once I have the articulation under control, then I think about the dynamics. Starts out P. Piano is soft, whatever you think soft is. And when I get to the end of the line, I go up to moderately loud. MF, mezzo forte, loud. The left hand is soft because a dynamic applies to the melody, and that's the right hand here. So the left hand's got to be soft. And the second line, that soft. And I stay mezzo forte, moderately loud, until the very end. The last two notes, those are soft. Probably be soft anyway, but it doesn't hurt to say so because the right hand's, that's moderately loud and then soft. It's like an echo. So once I have an idea of the dynamics, then I'll think about the speed. Well, I don't know how fast Grandpa's clock is going. It's tick-tock. If you can play it accurately, now it needs to be accurate. So you can gradually speed it up over time. And later, after you've been through the book and you've gone on, you come back through these books and play through the stuff again, just for the fun of it. I've done that a lot. You'll find you'll be able to play these better and faster. Then at the end, you'll notice there's a repeat sign. You go back to the beginning and play it again. Now, when you do that, remember the beat is not affected. The beat just keeps going. So when I finish that last measure, go to the top, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The beat just keeps going. Please don't copy me. You don't need to take it at that speed. You do it, you experiment with it. Those natural accents become really, really super important, though. Well, they're always important, but when you have pickup beats like this, they are. That last line here, to here. It needs to find to here, to here. That's what it needs to feel like. So you feel that natural accent. Some people will move their head. You can tell when they're playing, their head comes a little bit. They're playing the natural accent. They're feeling them inside. They're doing them. Of course, they might feel other things too. We'll get to those later, but also the natural accents. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythm. This is after you've learned it. I'll give us 3 counts because we come in on beat 4. And we're going to do the staccatos. I won't do the louds and softs. We're not performing it. We're just checking notes and the rhythms. And we will do the repeat. We'll do the whole thing. I said I'd give us 3 counts. I'm sure I did. I should have. Anyway, if I didn't, I did now. Okay. 1, ready, go. Repeat.